And we welcome you inside Golden West Field as SportsNetUSA.net presents Golden West College Football. Today, the Golden West Rustlers in their 1-1 record play hosts to the 1-1 Chaffey Panthers. A tremendous Saturday afternoon to you wherever you are. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of it. Rahshaun Haylock alongside my broadcast partner Andrew King. And the Rustlers coming off of a tough loss last week at Riverside on somewhat of a controversial call. They lost by 6 points to Tom Craft's bunch. Meanwhile, Chaffey comes into here after getting demolished by Bakersfield 46-13. So both teams coming off of L's and both teams looking to turn around their misfortunes on offense. Both teams come into today's game averaging just 15 points per contest. As I bring in my partner Andrew King, the rushing game is going to be key today for both squads.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming in the game, Chaffey is averaging 140 yards per game on the ground, and Rustlers are averaging 185 yards per game. And the passing numbers, 158 yards per game average for the Chaffey Panthers, and for your Rustlers, it's 135 yards per game. So the run game, as you said, is going to be very important to both teams here.
Rustlers won the toss and elected to defer. It will be Emmanuel Cuevas putting it on the tee. Back to receive Devry Jones and Brandon Morris for Chaffey. It'll be Jones taking it at his own 10. Up the far sideline, he's clotheslined at the 20. Right in front of the Golden West bench. Tremendous special teams play there.
Goes down to 21. First and 10, Chaffey.
To be first down and 10 from the 21-yard line for Chaffey. Enter quarterback Jordan Velarde, 6'5", 230-pound sophomore. Rustlers in their home black unis, black from head to toe. My partner Andrew King and I were talking before the game saying they may be regretting the uniform choice, but there is a breeze that has come in. We are out here in the beach as that breeze of a defense swarms and gets into the backfield and takes down Leaper, the tailback, for a loss.
It was a wave of defense. The high tide was coming in on that one.
That high tide dressed in black across that front line. Damon Roberts, David Siliuta, Degnan Thiel, and Tyler Vaimaona. The linebackers, Justin Parker making his first start. Avery Jones and Rez McKinney, the converted DN. They go to the ground one more time, this time Justin King, but he finds little real estate on that left side. The secondary, Markel Johnson and JT Thomas. The safeties, Joy Maduena and Desmond Posse. The offensive line for Chaffey, Jake Balderrama, Josiah Kia, Eric McElroy, Demanye Williams, and Jabion Bryant. That from left to right. You saw King and Leaper, the tailbacks, Malik Shepard, Zach Fields, Sean Arrington, the wide receivers, as it will be 3rd and 11 for Velarde, the quarterback. Out of the gun. Dumps it off, and here is Leaper on the near side. He broke a tackle, gets close to the first down marker, but he's going to be a couple of yards short as he's pushed out of bounds there by Avery Jones and Markel Johnson. So quickly a 3-and-out force by this Golden West Rustler defense, Andrew.
Yeah, Leaper, the halfback, took that dump-off pass. Almost got the first down. Sure effort there.
So the dangerous Markel Johnson will go back to receive this punt off of the leg of Ruben Contreras. Contreras averaging 38 yards per kick. This one going to be short and going to take a Rustler bounce to the other side of the 50. Well, they'll take over 1st and 10 at the Chaffey 49-yard line. Well, Joe Pyle didn't necessarily think he would be in this position. 4th string quarterback on the depth chart entering game 1. All of a sudden, Bo Kalbacher goes down with an injury. John Buxa, his backup, goes down with an injury. Adam Carr is supposed to redshirt. He's the 3rd string quarterback, so enter Pyle. And Pyle has been responsible for pretty much all of the scoring for the Rustlers this season. Last week, 15 of 26, 176 yards, and he had 2 rushing touchdowns. to go along with 127 yards on the ground. Out of the gun, he takes the snap, looking far side pass is going to be caught over there as they ran a little out route. And making that catch is Kahuna Nui. So Kahuna Nui began the season as a safety, moves over to the offensive side of the ball. Pick up a 4 there, 2nd down and 6 from the Chaffey 45 as Powell works out of the pistol this time. They go to the ground for the first time, and Rhino takes it up the middle, and he picks up 4 just shy of the 40-yard line. Nixia Tanu'u, Jared Garcia, Kuma Ofaloto, Brian McCann, and LaShawn Askew, the 5 charged with the task of protecting Pyle. Tavai just got the carry. The wide receivers, Derek Deese, Xavier Smith, Sheldon White, and Braylon Mouton. 3rd down and 3. They go to the ground again. Tavai up the middle again, and he loses the ball. It's out, and it's going to be scooped up by Chaffey. Fumble recovery made there by Dorian Frederick. 2nd straight week Tavai has lost a fumble, and the first turnover of this game is forced by the Chaffey Panthers, and that was a point of emphasis coming into today's game, talking with head coach Rob Hadaway, who said this team has to get some takeaways. They've yet to do that this season. There is takeaway number 1. So the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Blown opportunity there for the Rustlers. Play fake, Velarde looking, too tall, Johnson, intercepted, near sideline. He can go at the 20, cuts it back in, and he's tripped up by Velarde, the quarterback, at the 10-yard line. Markel Johnson, first interception of his career here with the Rustlers. And just like that, the Rustlers take the ball right back, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Just an overthrow there by the quarterback, Velarde. He just missed him, Andrew.
Yeah, he threw it high over the guy's head, and the safety was waiting for the ball. Caught it, and made a nice return. Hopefully the Rustlers can punch it in and get 7 here, get 6 here.
Markel Johnson has been phenomenal in the return game, but as a corner, he's been pushed. Coach is asking for a little bit more from him. Well, he gets the takeaway there. That should give him a little bit of breathing room. Powell works out of the pistol again, and this time Tavai going to be hit immediately in the backfield. It is none other than the defensive end, Kendall Jordan. That front 4 for the Panthers, it's Jordan, Vincente Elefante, Kalan Ferdinand, and Vincent Levette. The linebackers, Jonathan Williams, Jaden Fletcher, and Viliami Tuivai. Aaron Lewis and Jaquan Session, the corners. Frederick, who got that fumble recovery, and Perkins, Jordan Perkins, are the safeties. 11:19 to play here, 1st quarter. Pyle on 2nd and goal. Looking fade, looking Deese. Incomplete, but a flag is going to come in. Looks like there's going to be a pass interference there, as Deese was locked up one-on-one with the Chaffey corner, Aaron Lewis, and Lewis was draped all over him like a blanket.
Yeah, you can't do that, especially referee's center right there. Here's the call from ref right now.
Pass interference. Defense number 5. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic 1st down.
So that's our first penalty of the game. That's our white hat, Terry Bernard. The umpire today, Joe Lloyd. Christian Caudill, the head linesman, the line judge, Lauren Doss, the field judge, Brian Mills, the side judge, Tony Sands, and the back judge, Joe Magnuson. 1st and goal, rather. They go half the distance. They go screen, far side pass, caught, end zone, touchdown, Rustlers. Xavier Smith with the touchdown reception. And the Rustlers take a 6-0 lead here with the extra point to come. Just a quick little pitch out to the flat by the quarterback Pyle, Andrew, and Smith is able to find the end zone.
Yeah, those quick hitters are very effective when the defense is not expecting, because there's so many things you can do down there at the goal line or 2-yard line.
Sheldon White to hold for Saul Rodriguez. And the extra point is up and through. So Golden West 7, Chaffey nothing. 11:06 to play here in this first quarter. And let us remind you, Golden West Rustler football on sportsnetusa.net is brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim, where service and parts is open 7 days a week for your convenience. Check out the alignment, brake, and oil change specials on the web at MillerToyotaofAnaheim.com. Located at the 91 and Euclid, Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and education. Rahshaun Haylock here alongside Andrew King and our fantastic SportsNetUSA.net crew. Couple of turnovers already, one on each side. Rustlers, however, were able to capitalize on the turnover they forced with a 4-yard touchdown pass from
That's the word.
Smith.
That's the word. Getting turnovers is fine, but you got to capitalize and you got to get them in the end zone. That's the most, pardon me, partner, but that's most important is capitalizing on turnovers.
This one, a low line driver, going to be taken on the far side by Jones. Up that far sideline, tiptoes and sidesteps one defender before being taken down at the 30. So if you're Jordan Velarde, clearly an overthrow. He was clearly upset. Didn't hold his head down. He was able to make the tackle. After he got off the field, though, however, he was livid. How do you bounce back?
Well, you got to keep it's one play. You got to collect yourself, and you got to, you don't win the game with 11 minutes left in the first quarter. I mean, you got to snap out of that. You got to be more resilient than that. You can be upset with yourself, but you got to get back on the ball. No pun intended, and make some plays here.
3 receivers for Velarde. Rolling near side, still rolling. Stiff form as he gets out of bounds, but a nice pursuit there by the linebacker Justin Parker, freshman out of Concord Cox Mill.
They're a little flood concept. One receiver goes to the flat, one runs an out route, and one goes deep, and the Rustlers covered it beautifully, and that's why he rolled it to his left and basically tried to get a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 10. They hand it off. This is King getting the carry, and he's going to be grabbed around the waist and taken down to the turf by Siliuta.
Yeah, no relation, by the way. No relation there. I just had to make sure I tell people, no relation there.
$10-12 to play here. They give King 3 on the carry. Brings up a 3rd down and 7. Velarde looking up top, has a man, but he overshot him. Zach Fields had a step there on Markel Johnson, but Velarde just couldn't connect with him there, and they'll be forced to punt.
Well, Velarde did what he had to do. He threw the ball either way your receiver can catch it or the turf monster, so to speak, is going to catch it, right? You don't want to put up in the air where one of these defenders in the secondary for Rustlers, as far as they're concerned, can go ahead and intercept the ball or at least knock it down.
So Johnson parks at his own 25. Contreras to boot it away. This one, another short kick. Takes a Chaffey bounce, however, at the 50 and skips out of bounds at the Rustler 46-yard line. So good field position for the 2nd straight drive here for the Rustlers.
I was just going to say they've been excellent. They haven't been past their own 45, basically. That's not bad. If they can go up here and get another touchdown here instead of tone for the rest of the game, I think I'm not saying they put them away, but it might dash the hopes a little bit for the Panthers.
Offensive struggles for both of these teams have been documented. Rustlers came in today averaging 15.5 points per game, 15 points per game for the Chaffey Panthers. They try the ground game one more time in that left side. And not much running room there for the tailback, Tavon Valdez. Valdez coming back from a shoulder injury, seeing his first action of the season. No gain on the pickup, brings up a 2nd down and 10.
As I was telling you last night, we were having a production meeting through text, via text. By the numbers, these teams on paper are very even.
Little miscommunication there. Looked like Powell and Valdez got crossed up, and Valdez pays for it as he's taken down for a loss.
So that was an option for Powell. He had the option to pitch it to the wingman coming across by the offensive line, or to hand it off to his running back, and he kind of really didn't know what he was doing. The running back read it as if he was going to give it to the wingman, and so he's like, "You want me to take the ball? Oh, okay." And so it didn't really get started on that play.
Jordan Perkins with the tackle, loss of 3, 3rd down and 12. Pyle back to pass, over the middle, pass caught, Deese with space in the Chaffey territory, tripped up at the 40 and down inside, just shy of the 35-yard line.
That concept, they had a guy to the inside him run an out route. And behind it, he ran a slant route, made the defender think he was going to the out route. He took that and he went right past him to Deese on that slant route from right to left.
Pickup of 19 there for Deese. Had 2 catches for 10 yards last week. They go to Valdez one more time. They try that left side one more time. And Valdez is pushed by the big fellas up front across the 30-yard line.
You remember what I told you about why some coaches like the pistol over the shotgun? Because the pistol, the guys behind, it makes defense play more honest. Well, there he shifted him over. Pyle shifted his running back over to his right flank, and then they ran left on that play. So you're going from pistol to shotgun. I'm sorry, from shotgun to pistol, excuse me.
They go in the pistol one more time. Valdez keeps it again. I think Pyle wanted that one, but Valdez snatched it away from him.
Gain of 2 on the play, 3rd down.
Rustlers like what they see on that left side behind Sia Tanu'u and Brian McCann. Ground game one more time, left side one more time, and move those sticks. Another 1st down for the Rustlers. As Amata Tavai returns to the game and gets that carry.
Goes down to 23-yard line. 2nd down.
It's interesting. Deese is off the field right now. He come out the last down before the obviously play was called.
Pickup of 3 brings up a 2nd down and 7. Pistol, play fake, over the middle, pass caught, and losing the ball there is the wide receiver. Looked like that was Mouton there. And it's going to be recovered by Chaffey. No, scratch that. That's Ratzliff. Coming out of the pile was Jaden Fletcher, the linebacker. 2 fumbles deep inside Chaffey territory for the Rustlers in this one. And quickly they're losing this turnover battle.
Yep, absolutely. That's what's going on. Not good. I'm sure Coach Mitchell on the sidelines
gotta be hot right now, despite this Huntington Beach breeze.
Put some stickum on those hands, guys. Do something.
You appreciate the effort from Ratzliff there with the stiff arm and trying to get some extra yards, but you gotta protect the football. Chaffey takes over. 1st down and 10 as they stay on the ground. They get it up to the 15-yard line. Pickup of 3 there. This drive started at their own 12-yard line. We're about to hit the 6-minute mark in this first quarter. Rustlers 7, Panthers nothing. Rustlers 2 turnovers, Panthers 1 turnover. They send the tailback King in motion. Velarde hit as he throws. Pass is going to be caught on that right side by Elijah Nichols. And he may have picked up a yard there as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Thankfully for the Rustlers, this defense has played well so far.
Yeah, but they're going to put him out. They keep turning the ball over. It makes it's extra plays to play in the first half. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to do it to your defense, especially wearing all black. And I know it's nice and windy, but down the field, I'm sure it's a little hotter than it is underneath the yawning.
It is a little bit hotter down there.
Yeah.
Velarde going to roll on third down. Stops, pops, too tall for Nichols. And Rustlers force another 3 and out. So yeah, they're playing extra plays, and they're not playing that many extra plays. They force another 3 and out. So this is the third 3 and out they've forced so far today, as Johnson will go back to receive the punt for the third time. He's yet to be able to return one, however. If he gets his hands on one, look out, folks. He's electric, dynamic with the ball in his hands. You got a glimpse of it when he picked off that interception earlier in this first quarter. 5 minutes left, and Contreras bobbles the ball. He's going to have to run with it, and he's tattooed at the 12-yard line.
Wow.
Rudy San Jose was there along with Kahuna Nui, as the punter Contreras just felt the wrath that time. Actually mark him down at the 14, so that's where the Rustlers will start. First down and 10 at the Chaffey 14. What a bizarre first quarter, Andrew King.
Yes, and we're not even done yet. We still
My
got
goodness.
almost got 5 minutes still left in it.
I love it, though. Great Saturday afternoon to you, wherever you are. Hope you're enjoying this one. Pyle out of the pistol, turns around, hands it off. Rhino Tavai, that's why they call him Rhino. They just bounce all off of him. He goes the right side that time and picks up a couple. Still got to take care of that ball, though, right, Andrew?
It's called double claw, and you got to double claw that ball with a nice stretch play from to the right from the pistol. But when he gets contact line scrimmage, he has to it's called double claw the ball and put your head down. Whatever you're going to do, you know you're taking contact. That's exactly what you got to do. You cannot hold the ball like a loaf of bread.
They call him Rhino, and all I can see when he gets the ball is the scene from The Lion King. You see the stampede from the rhinos. That's just like him with the ball in his hands. He gets stuffed there that time, however. But they're trying to rip that ball out, Andrew.
Yep, they're one or two guys hold
him up.
Other guys rip it out.
Rip it out.
Yep. The old Tony Dungy, Lovey Smith type mentality on defense, right?
So short gain there for Rhino. Brings up a third down. 3rd and 8.
Look for Deese near us, number 11 here. I think they're going to do another fade pattern, try to get a pass interference call, or they might run a slant. They got two guys real close to each other to the far side.
Tavai to the left of Pyle. He throws it to the outside. Sheldon White catches, turns upfield.
That should be a penalty.
He's walloped out of bounds.
That should have been a penalty.
Andrew King wants a penalty, not going to get it though. They mark out White at the 7-yard line.
Was he not 2 steps out of bounds and he got hit?
So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And I don't see the field goal unit coming out.
They got to go for it. They got to go for it. They got to go for it. Watch, you're going to burn timeout. He'll burn timeout thinking about this. Let's see. Hopefully.
So a 4th and 3, they're calling it. From the 7. 13 on the play clock. Pyle out of the pistol, Tavai behind him. They give it to Tavai, and nothing there. Elefante there along with Dwight Dantzler as the Rustlers turn it over on downs.
They ran the ball because they could still get a first down. It wasn't first and goal, or when we started that, it was from the 14-yard line. So he was trying to run the ball on 4th down to get the first down. So I understand the logic there.
But they go up the middle, though. The success earlier in the drive was on that left side.
But maybe they saw a look over there. They probably saw a look over there as far as gap integrity on defense. I mean, the defense, they play football too, Rahshaun. They catch on to trends too, you know what I mean? It's called fixing your fits, getting to your fits. So
3:02 to play as the Rustlers turn it over on downs.
I was hoping for a play action pass. Take it out of his belly and throw it to somebody, but
1st and 10, Chaffey. They go with that diamond formation, and they hand it off. And the Rustlers are there. Are they ever?
I'm convinced the reason why Coach Mitchell goes for it, which you and I know, he's a defensive-minded coach. He wants points, and I understand that. But the defense is playing so well. He said, figure of speech, I'm going to give the dog a bone, and I'm going to try to get the offense, give them some more points so they can pin their ears back later in the game and go after them. And either way, they got them pinned back here. So it worked out. He took a chance there, but it was very calculated, as you can see.
That last carry went to Xavier Leslie, and he was shaken up after that one, so he was able to get off the field under his own power, but only 5 seconds left on the play clock for Velarde. Low snap, and he's going to be eaten up in the backfield.
Velarde on the carry. No gain.
Rez McKinney leading the charge there.
I hope I don't jinx
But
it.
I tell you, it was about 6 different Rustlers there that got to the Chaffey quarterback.
I hope I don't jinx it. We haven't had too many penalties so far.
We have it.
No.
And what a blessing. 3rd down and 11. 1:50 to play here in this first quarter on SportsNetUSA.net. Pressure coming. Velarde steps up, and he's going to be tripped up.
They're going to punt the ball from down there. Wow. I mean, I have to, but I mean, see if their punter can hold on to the ball this time.
So credit the sack to Tyler Vaimaona, who has a uniform change. It's number 8 now. 8 was the number worn by David Aldapa. Aldapa lost for the season after tearing his ACL in game 1. What a kick here. Sends Johnson retreating. He catches and has a crease. Johnson ahead to the 41-yard line.
51-yard punt.
What a kick, though.
Yeah, 51-yard punt. Or, well, actually more than that, probably 61 because he was back in the end zone. So nice return, though, too, as well for the Rustlers.
Best kick of the day for Chaffey, and they needed it.
Yeah.
See if the Rustlers can get something done here without turning the ball over. 2 fumbles lost and a turnover on downs already in this first quarter. Yeah, you look at the scoreboard and they're leading 7-0.
But they could be up so much more.
Valdez in there at tailback, pardon me, behind Powell, the quarterback. Powell looks over the middle, incomplete. And there's going to be a flag to come in. A couple of flags come in late.
These are going to be in the area of holding. No, chop block, illegal chop block. Here comes the call from the ref.
Personal foul. Illegal shot block. Number 68-28 offense. 15-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So Genesis Kalolo and Tavon Valdez combined for that chop block. And I got to imagine it's, if you're engaged, you can't go low.
Exactly.
I imagine Valdez went low as Kalolo had the Chaffey defender engaged.
But sometimes those things are so bang bang, you're just playing football, you're blocking.
Loss of 15. Pyle going to try to run it, and he's going to be spun around and thrown down to the turf by Kendall Jordan, the sophomore out of Etowanda. He does pick up a couple, however, but still second and forever for Pyle.
Well,
and Rustlers don't have to run another play here in this quarter.
A draw or screen, they can even run a quarterback draw. You don't necessarily have to be from running back.
Pyle steps up over the middle. Pass is going to be caught there. 45-yard line inside Chaffey territory. Kevin Jones, the wide receiver out of Foley, Alabama, with the catch. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. So after 1, Golden West 7, Chaffey nothing, as you're watching Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock alongside Andrew King, our terrific SportsNetUSA.net crew. Turnovers, kind of the theme of that first quarter, Andrew.
Yeah, we had the too early turnovers back-to-back, a fumble, catch it. A run, fumbles the ball, and Chaffey recovered it. The next play, overthrow from the quarterback, and the Rustlers get a real good, within the red zone and punch it in. And then there was the catch over the middle from Melton, number 12, had the ball. They were in the red zone again, they being the Rustlers, and he coughed up the ball. But the Panthers, obviously, I don't think the Panthers have been on Rustlers' side of the field the whole game so far, have they? I don't think so. So the Rustlers need to convert this third down here. I wouldn't be surprised that this to me is 4-down territory. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they just throw the ball, take a shot here, loosen up the defense a little bit, then run the ball on 4th down. They don't get it. They don't connect on 3rd down here.
So 3rd and 13 here for Pyle. They adjust the formation. Pyle now out of the gun. Throws it in the flat. Valdez, right side, and he's going to be hit right before he gets to the 40-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds. Aaron Lewis there, the freshman corner, coming up making the play. And looks like the Rustlers are going to try to pin Chaffey deep in their own zone.
I'm gonna suggest, right? I always do every game.
Well, I'll tell you, what the difference is, you got a very athletic punter back there,
yes.
James Baldwin.
Yes.
It's a guy who stole over 50 bases one season as a minor leaguer. This one dribbles to him, he gets a leg to it, and it gets into the back of the end zone. So almost too much leg there for Baldwin the third.
He tried to cough and corner it. He didn't quite make it. But that was a heck of an effort for a punter. He was almost on target. It was not too far away from it. So he had the right idea.
And he's an athletic one. He's going to stay in there. Baldwin is on defense.
Yeah, we saw him our first game. Remember he fumbled the punt. Something wrong with the punt, and he grabbed the ball and tried to convert. I think he converted a 1st down, right? Didn't he? Yeah. So yeah, exactly. You were talking about that before on that play as well. So yes, extremely athletic.
Baldwin lines up at a defensive end for this first play. And he gets to Velarde. He almost got him to the turf. Velarde escapes, throws it near side. Pass is caught as he has a receiver there just shy of the 1st down marker.
Velarde's pass is complete.
Yeah, he's not real happy with himself.
Mo Diallo.
Mo Diallo. Second down.
Someone hurt? Yeah, they're calling for someone. Someone's down. Can't quite make out who it is.
It's a Rustler player right in front of the Chaffey bench.
Yeah, that's why they were calling him over.
You see some of the members of the Chaffey staff over there as well, attending to the injured player.
I know I say this too often, but I'm going to say it anyway. When things like this happen, we all become all one team. I know it's 2 teams on the field going to battle for 60 minutes, but see some gamesmanship from the Panthers putting their knee down, taking their helmets off. That's gamemanship there. Hope the young man's okay.
Rustlers have been hampered by a bevy of injuries already to start this season. And thankfully, this time doesn't appear to be anything too serious, as Ramsey Al Sherman is able to run off the field under his own power to the far sideline. There's a lot of players over there on that sideline.
Yep. There's a couple of guys, and one guy we can see on crutches, so yeah, they're walking wounded over there too. So
Velarde misses the snap, and he falls on top of it. But it's going to be a huge loss. It's going to get him back to the original line of scrimmage. So it was a 2nd down and 2. It's going to be a 3rd down and 10 now at their own 20. I'll tell you, mistakes galore in this one.
I don't know if it's coaching, if it's jitters. I have no idea what it is.
It's the Huntington Beach breeze. Velarde, pressure coming, Velarde, hit from behind.
That should have been a flag. That should have been a flag for intentional.
For grounding.
Yeah, for grounding. Yeah, there, he threw it. It's going to be loss of down, too. It's going to be loss of down, too.
Don Anderson on the sack there for the Rustlers.
Intentional grounding. Panthers. Chaffey. You and I both saw it too. Supposed to be a loss. Supposed to be a loss of down. He locks his fingers and puts it behind his head. Supposed to be a loss of down as well. So.
So Contreras had his struggles punting. So they go to Luis Chavez. And Chavez was the one who had that magnificent 60-yarder the last time. He's going to need something similar this time with the dangerous Markel Johnson standing at midfield.
Looks like the wind's blowing across the field toward the left side of the field here. So.
He gets rid of it, but not much on this one as it dribbles out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So fantastic field position once again for the Rustlers.
They could be putting on a clinic right now on how to score. Your defense being so good. I mean, I don't think they've been past their own 45-yard line the whole entire game so far. We're almost 2 minutes into the second quarter.
And with the last drive, they got pushed into their own zone only because of the chop block. But all of their drives have started inside Chaffey territory.
Yeah. Well, that's a self wound there. That's a self done wound there. So.
Rennell Hargo in at wide receiver. He split out wide to the bottom of your screen. Panthers showing pressure. Comes right in the face of Pyle. It's picked up. Pyle delivers. End zone. Too far.
Pyle's pass is incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
He was looking for the speedy Xavier Smith. Running up that far sideline.
Yeah, the Panthers are blitzing to Pyle's right side. Running back comes over and picks up that blitzer so he can stand tall and throw that deep pass.
Jaquan Session there on the coverage. 2nd down and 10. Tavai gets the carry. Steps over a defender, but they ain't going to be driven back to the turf. Brian Wilcox, the backup linebacker, making the tackle.
This game has peaks and valleys, and right now we're going through the valley right now, the game right now. I understand running the ball. You got to keep that consistent, make sure the defense plays honest, but I hope they being the Rustlers open up the playbook a little bit and throw the ball a little more here.
3rd and 9. Pyle throws it tall. Going up and getting it is the wide receiver Smith, but he's going to be well shy of the 1st down. Pickup of 6 there.
Is he going to go for it?
Brings up a 4th down and a long 2.
They're going to go for it.
Offense stays on the field. Just under 12 to play here in this first half. Pyle looking over to offensive coordinator John Shipp for the play call. Looking, and pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, call interception.
Oh, caught, intercepted by Chaffey.
They're calling.
Credit Marchell Hill, the sophomore out of Altaloma, with the interception. So for Pyle, his second interception of the season. And Chaffey will take over. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line. The one thing the Rustlers are winning is field position. They're winning on the scoreboard, but they're losing everything else. Passed on in the flat. King turns the corner, lowers his shoulder, and gets close to a first down. And they try to go tempo here. Second down and 1 after the pickup of 9. Velarde, quick snap. Going to keep it himself. He's going to run right into Damon Roberts. Roberts is there, and he had some help in the form of Justin Parker as well. As they meet at the quarterback and throw him to the turf. It's going to be a loss on the play of 2.
That old Bear defense, 85 Bear defense. Meet you at the quarterback, ready break.
Force him off sides with the hard count. Velarde with the free play. Jump ball. Incomplete. The intended receiver, Zach Fields. But it's going to end up being a first down for the Chaffey Panthers.
Let's see. Yep. I think that's their Panthers' first down of the game was because the Rustlers penalty.
Because of a penalty. Incredible.
Wow.
And it comes at the 10:55 mark of this second quarter. Velarde, high snap. He has to catch it, and he gets hit, and it's going to be scooped up by Siliuta. He's upended inside the 20-yard line. This game cannot get any more bizarre than it has been already. Another turnover, and another chance for the Rustlers to take over deep inside Chaffey territory. Are you kidding me?
That's what pass rush will do for you. When the quarterback's back there fumbling and bumbling, he gets hit and there goes the ball.
Wow.
Almost a scoop and score too. Almost a scoop and score.
Big hit. It was Damon Roberts that got to him. Ball popped out. Siliuta, Johnny on the spot. Here's Pyle looking outside. Sheldon White catches. Juke move. Another juke. Gets outside, and he's going to be driven out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second time White has been a victim of that sideline pop.
Sorry for stepping on you, but they got to call that. Don't you agree with me? They got to call that.
That time I thought he was in bounds. I mean, he was driven to the turf. It was nice form tackle there by the Chaffey linebacker.
All right.
2nd and 5. Play fake. Pyle rolling, throwing, and complete. He was looking for Sheldon White. Ball thrown into triple coverage there that time.
They ran the stretch to the left, play action off of that, and boot back to right. And having your receivers from your left-hand side of the formation basically run flood the right-hand side from the left-hand side, trying to hit a crosser. Incomplete on that play there. Find out what the penalty is. Trying to figure out what the penalty is. If Chaffey wants to catch it or not.
The second play was a split zone read. Yes, sir. They pulled it.
Ineligible man downfield, offense number 68. The penalty declined. The result of the play brings up third down.
That is Terry Bernard, our white hat, So you got an eligible man downfield. That's Genesis Kololo once again. And Andrew, normally in situations like that, they say it's almost never the offensive lineman's fault. Get your thoughts on that in a moment. Pyle looking back shoulder. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Pressure there by Zen Gonzalez.
Some of these actual plays now, that the RPOs, run pass options, what they tell the lineman is to run the players if you're run blocking, regardless if it's pass or not. And so sometimes they run block, it's a pass, and they get downfield, and the referees have to call it. So
Saul Rodriguez will line it up. This one going to be from 32. Sheldon White to hold. Rodriguez's kick is up and good. So he gets his first field goal of the season. 1 for 2 now on this short season. And the Rustlers extend their lead to double digits, 10-0 here, 10:01 to play. Second quarter action in this non-conference affair between Chaffey and the Golden West Rustlers. Rahshaun Haylock here alongside Andrew King, my longtime broadcast partner, and our terrific SportsNetUSA.net crew.
But you know what people can do after our game? They can tune in to Mark and Corey as they welcome the Fullerton College welcomes College of the Canyons at Loma Linda High School. At that, we at 6 o'clock. So after our game, go get a bite to eat, do what you gotta do, come back, because Mark and Corey can call all the action for Fullerton College as they welcome College of the Canyons.
That game will be audio only. Mark and Corey will have the call for you as they take on a COC team with some guys that come from some impressive football pedigree. As this ball is going to be fielded, look like they're trying to set up a reverse. Nothing doing though. A couple of flags on the play, however, as no choice there for Brandon Morris but to string it out and run out of bounds. There's a player shaken up. Jacob Whitmer, the tight end, shaken up there on that play, and he's going to limp off the field for Chaffey. But let's see what the flags are for.
If they're running and trying to run a reverse it. I was going to say.
Devery Jones, the guilty party there. It looked like they were trying to bring it back for Joe Moriel. Number 7 looked like he was running towards Morris, and they were going to meet.
Yeah.
That's what it appeared, but Rustlers did a nice job of stringing them out and not allowing them to get into it.
Yeah, it's usually holding or illegal block in the back, clipping basically.
So first down, Chaffey inside their own 10. They throw it out in the flat. Pass is going to be caught out there and tripped up. Did he get the first down? Looks like he got right at the sticks. It was the tailback, James Carradine, the freshman out of Chino.
They're giving it to him.
So first down at the 20. So 1st and 10. That's the first down for the Panthers that they've gotten on an actual play ran of this game. They go to the ground, and it's King. King with some room, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Joey Maduena making the stop, but another first down. So 2 plays, 2 first downs for Chaffey on this drive. And they start to go tempo here.
Yeah, they get some rhythm here.
Hard count. Free play. Johnson picks it off, but it's not going to stand, however. Chaffey wants a penalty for pass interference as Johnson basically just manhandled the freshman wide receiver Malik Shepard. Oh, it's going to count.
They're going to give it to him. Wow.
So Johnson with his 2nd interception of the season.
They pick up the flag.
2nd of the game.
I don't know how you explain that.
Wow. No flags on that play whatsoever. So Johnson has picked off Velarde twice so far in this first half. Rustlers going to start on their own 43-yard line, and this, believe it or not, folks, the worst field position of the game for the Rustlers to start. A drive. 9:04 left in this second quarter. Pyle with Valdez to his left.
So I don't know if you guys are able to do announcements.
Pyle going to keep it, runs it up the gut. Pyle second level across midfield. Picks up a first down and more. Gets it up to the 46-yard line of Chaffey. $16 yards on the pickup for number 16. First and 10. Pyle keeps it one more time off the left side. And he picks up a yard there. Met by the linebacker Fletcher.
Second down.
8:15 left in this second half, or in this second quarter, pardon me. Pyle with 4 wide receivers. Deese, the lone receiver, split to the bottom of your screen. 10 on the play clock as Pyle adjusts the play. Pressure coming. Pyle over the middle. Smith, spin move across the 35 and down at the 32-yard line. So Smith having a good first half. His third catch of this half, and another first down for the Rustlers.
Yeah, right tackle Rahshaun Askew got away with a holding call there on that play. It was a nice pitch and catch. Not taking anything away from the quarterback and receiver there, but the offensive lineman, the right tackle, Rahshaun Askew, got away with a hold there.
Valdez gets the carry, goes right, stops, starts, and is tripped up just before he gets to the 25. But he had those feet churning there that time. Valdez really the only speed back on this Rustler roster.
Yeah, they run that zone concept where you can bang, bounce, or bend, and he basically he ran it as far as he could go right, and then he kind of cut back, which is called bending. You bend it back toward where the center would be, where the ball was snapped from.
2nd and 3 after the pickup of 7. Valdez looking, end zone, and incomplete. Aaron Lewis there on the coverage. Chaffey coaching staff wants an offensive pass interference against the intended wide receiver Kevin Jones. They don't get it though. I tell you what, they got a good argument.
Yeah, but you know, the referees, I hope they stay consistent the whole game. They're kind of keeping their hankies in their pocket.
They're letting them play a little bit.
I know, but you know, I hope they do this the whole, like you do it like in baseball. Call the strikes the whole game, the same thing, right? So call the game exactly the same in the second half as well as you did the first half.
Rhino Tavai checks in at tailback on 3rd and 3. Pyle, quick pass out to the far side. Smith catches, turns it upfield. Smith inside the end zone. Touchdown, Rustlers. 26-yard touchdown reception for Xavier Smith, his 2nd touchdown reception of this game. And the Rustlers up by 16 with the point after to come. Extra point by Saul Rodriguez is through. 17-0. Rustlers with the lead here. As you're listening to Golden West Rustlers football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock alongside my partner Andrew King. And don't forget, Rustlers football on SportsNetUSA.net brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Save with new car specials. Factory rebates of $2,000 on select 2017 Corollas including the LE and special edition models, on the web at MillerToyotaofAnaheim.com. Located at the 91 and Euclid, Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and education. All Rustlers here in this first half. It's been a very interesting first half, filled with turnovers galore. But G-Dub on top, 17-0, 6:32 to play.
I like the defense. The offense, I mean, it's been well stated. The offense is kind of the, I don't say Achilles heel, but kind of the one that needs the side of the ball. Each side, the side of the for the Rustlers that needs to get going a little bit. But looks like doing a little bit better now.
Morris receives it at his own 4. Comes this way. Turns it upfield at the 20. Morris with some room. Breaks the tackle at the 30. Hit from behind at the 35-yard line. That was the linebacker there, Justin Parker, making the special teams play. Nice return there by Morris.
Good stretch return. Turn right there.
First down at the 40-yard line. First down, Chaffey.
Four wide for Velarde. Quickly out to the far side. Pass is caught over there and across midfield.
Velarde's pass is complete. Number 5, Sean Arrington.
That was Arrington, the wide receiver.
Yeah, these quick hitters and yards after catch. Oh, that's a penalty.
Flag on the play.
And just when Chaffey was going to get into Rustler territory for the first time this afternoon, it's going to be a penalty to push him back.
It's going way back. It's a personal foul, maybe. Oh, it's spot foul. That's why it's so far back. Spot foul, yes.
So 1st and 20. Low snap to Velarde. Delivers, finds a man in the slot there. And it's Elijah Nichols for the second time this afternoon.
Yeah, Nichols runs a quick 3 to 5 yard it's like a stop route or curl route. Catches the ball, gets another couple yards.
Gets all the way up to the 42-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 12. 2nd down and 8 now. Velarde hands it off, nearly tripping in the backfield was Leeper, but somehow he maintains his balance across the 45-yard line.
I think they need to try to use Leeper a little more because you like his effort. I mean, earlier in the game, they didn't, their first drive, they didn't get a first down, but he did the best he could.
3rd and 3, quickly to the outside. Pass is going to be caught in the first down for Zach Fields. Across midfield to the Rustler 48-yard line. Pickup of 7. Coming off the field is Demanye Williams, the offensive lineman. His helmet came off, so he's going to be replaced by Jabion Bryant. Four wide receivers for Velarde, who's across the 50 for the first time today. Looking near side, pass thrown tall, deflected and picked off.
Interception.
Intercepted by the Rustlers, their 3rd pick of this afternoon. And it's John Ajizu getting the interception. Third interception of this half. 2 have been by Markel Johnson. John Ajizu, the linebacker, gets that one off of the deflection. And the Rustlers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40. Powell turns around and hands it off to Tavai. Tavai hit hard as he crosses that 40-yard line.
Tavai with the carry. Goes down at the 42-yard line. Second down.
I'm looking in for take a shot here, maybe go screen. I know that last touchdown play was a bubble screen, but I'm looking for an actual halfback screen here, or a slip screen. See if they can get the Panthers defensive line up the field, be aggressive, trying to put a stop to the offense. The Rustlers.
That was Jordan Perkins last time. I tell you, he's been laying some wood this afternoon, partner.
Yep.
Second down, Pyle to Deese. Makes the catch, bounces off a defender. Gets the first down and more across midfield.
Yeah, that was the concept of a flat slant. The slot receiver runs to the flat, and Deese being the outside receiver runs a slant over on top of that. It's a pretty good read there.
Pickup of 12 by Deese. How many times do you see receivers there get alligator arms? He had a full extension there that time.
But look how big he is. Okay.
He is going up against some diminutive corners on this Chaffey squad. But you see the big ones get alligator arms too, though. Here's Tavai trying to bounce off a couple of guys, but he's going to be wrapped up around the ankles by Jordan.
Well, when you're 6'4", or 6'5", or 6'3", and you're going against the average, I'm guessing, say, 5'9", 5'10" guy, yeah, I like your chances, right?
It's a Chaffey defense that is allowing just under 175 yards on the ground per game this season. Tavai hasn't really found many running lanes, however, this afternoon. They set up a screen. Tavai near side across the 45. Oh, Rhino leaps. Rhino gets airborne and upended at the 40-yard line.
On the replay here, Rhino takes the ball. Was airborne over the, if the helmet didn't get him, he would have landed, he would have had a clean landing. The helmet, the defender got his left foot. And have a clean landing there.
Brings up a third down and 2.
So instead of running the ball with a short, quick passing game, we substitute for the running game. Looks like here the Rustlers are doing.
And that's one thing that has surprised this coaching staff of the Rustlers, just how athletic Tavai is. They give it to him out of the pistol and nowhere to go as he's hit immediately. Jordan there to lead the charge, but he had some help in the form of Levette and also Eric Garcia in there on the stop as well. It's going to be a loss of 2 and bring up a 4th down, and it looks like James Baldwin III and the punting unit are going to take the field for Nick Mitchell's Rustlers. As we approach the 2-minute mark in this second quarter, 17-0 Rustlers with the lead here. Rahshaun Haylock alongside Andrew King. Ed Ford manning the controls. Van, don't call me Vivian Vu, providing all the visuals. Baldwin going to keep it on the fake. The former Dodger minor leaguer tiptoes the sidelines, gets a first down and more.
The one time I don't call for the fake punt, he fakes the punt.
I hate to make the comparison, but Malik Marquetti, the punter for the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah, all right, King. Yeah.
Very athletic.
Yep.
Has a big leg. You see a lot of the similarities in Baldwin III.
And he's got a good last name too. Excellent last name, I have to say. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. Is there a relation there?
No.
Okay.
No.
And a bunch of movement up front on first down. They're going to call a false start against the Rustlers. And look out, there's some pushing and shoving up front.
See, this is
guys need to be separated.
Yeah, Rustlers keep their heads. You guys look at the scoreboard, man. Don't be messing around here. Look at the scoreboard. You're winning the game. You might be hot right now, a little ticked off, but you're winning the game. That's with a smile on your face, all right? You know, you guys clash into each other every down. So a little extracurricular shouldn't really bother you unless it's excessive. I didn't see anything excessive. Did you see anything excessive there? They get that angry over?
I didn't.
Yeah.
They get Brian McCann on the false start there. First down and 15 Rustlers. Valdez gets the carry on the left side. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 25.
Now, little inside-outside veer work in there. The quarterback holds the ball, kind of giddy-ups with running back, and then decides, okay, I'll give you the ball.
Pick up a 5 there, 2nd down and 10 from the Chaffey 27. Pyle looking on a slant pass, caught. Mouton over there at the 20-yard line, a 5-yard pickup.
They might want to speed up a little bit here. I mean, they got 45 seconds left in the half here.
Rustlers have all 3 timeouts left.
I know, but where's the urgency here? You want to put 7 points on the board here.
Valdez directly behind Pyle in the pistol. 3 wide receivers. Mouton is split out wide to the far side as Pyle alerts his offensive line of the play. 25 seconds left. Snap is taken with 20 seconds left, and there's going to be a flag on the play. And there's going to be a false start against the Rustlers.
It could be a 10-second runoff, unless they call timeout maybe.
So 19.
Yeah, see, listen, 10-second runoff, they're going to call timeout. I think so, yeah.
Golden West College, their first charge timeout in order to avoid a 10-second run.
Yeah, see, I was right. When late in the half of the game, if there's a false start, I think it's with 2 minutes left or maybe under a minute, they force a 10-second runoff, or you can call timeout if you have one. So that's why the referee was just explaining that.
So the Rustlers take their first time out of the half. They have 2 left, 19 ticks left on this clock in this first half. We're going to be joined by Rustler quarterback Bo Kalbacher at the half. Remember, Kalbacher suffered that season-ending injury in the season opener against Glendale. Going to talk to him about his recovery, about what it's like to play underneath the lights on Friday nights in Texas.
Authentic Friday night lights, huh?
Absolutely.
That should be a good interview. Good on you, partner.
So 19 ticks left. 3rd down for the Rustlers. They set up a little inside screen. White tries to flip it out. Instead, he loses the ball. It's on the turf. Chaffey thinks they have it.
What are you thinking
Clock
there?
stops with 7 seconds left.
What are you thinking there?
And it's going to be Rustler football. They say it's 4th down. It's McCann coming up off the bottom of that pile.
There's a replay there. He tried to,
He had a teammate wide open. He was trying to flip it to him in hopes that they could pick up some yards or even a touchdown. I guess you appreciate the idea, but at the same time, a veteran like Sheldon White in that position, especially in that position, late in the half, you want to take care of the football.
It goes back.
But then again, I mean, if it's probably a top play of the night if he converts on that, though.
It's only a good play if they score a touchdown. Other than that, it's what were you thinking? Why would you do that? It's very simple.
Well, I mean, I'm no football player, but I was kind of thinking the same thing. So the fact that he and I are on the same page, I don't know what that says. But I saw what he saw, essentially.
Folks, that's scary. Let me tell you, all right? First, I know that's scary to be a same wavelength with this guy. Only kidding.
Rodriguez, this one going to be from 42, near hash. White to hold. The kick by Rodriguez splits the uprights. with 1 second left. The Rustlers go up 20-0 here in this first half. Longest field goal of the season for Rodriguez, who's now 2 of 3 on the year. Both of those field goals coming here in this first half. Sheldon White, the holder, can breathe a little easier after not turning the ball over and putting down a good hold for Rodriguez to be able to convert that kick. I know you don't like it, Andrew, but
no, I'm fine with that play. We don't know what would happen if he didn't do that Coupe de Gracie play, for lack of a better term. But I mean, that was a long field goal. Good on the kicker. I mean, 42 yards. That's hard to do in the NFL. So to do it here,
I saw what White saw, though. I mean, there was an opportunity there. Granted, it closed very quickly, but it was there. He's going to get killed in film session. I know it. I know he is. But, I mean, it was there.
But it didn't work out, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And thankfully for the Rustlers, they're able to recover that fumble. Short kick. It's going to go out of bounds. So Chaffey will have an opportunity to run one play with 1 tick left.
The clock's not supposed to start till the receiver touches the ball. So it's not over yet. The half is not over yet.
So let's see what Chaffey likes to do here offensively. Do you dare run a play or just take a knee? Or?
Of course you run a play. You're down 20-0.
You're down. That's the reason why I asked. I mean, you may just want to lick your wounds and head back into the locker room at halftime.
Unless you don't think, and no one on your offense can tackle anybody.
You've already turned the ball over 3 times in this half.
Okay, but let's go back to, I'm not trying to be flippant with you, but let's go back to you. The opportunity's there. Why not take it, right? I mean, it's there. It's one play.
Rustlers in an extreme prevent defense. They have 2 defenders standing back on their own 10-yard line. Running play here. King gets it across midfield, and he's tattooed just shy of the 40. Big hit there to end the first half by Tyler Vaimaona. Defensive lineman showing some tremendous speed to get downfield, and he just leveled the tailback King, who didn't see him coming. How about that hit there, Andrew?
Yeah, he knocked him forward, which is good for the end of the half, end of the game type thing, I guess, but desperation. But he knocked him forward about the old pinball game. You pull the pin back and hit the ball. He pinballed the guy about 5 yards.
Big hit there by Vaimaona. We've seen a lot of big hits in this first half. It's been pretty physical, not a lot of penalties, which I'm sure you're a fan of.
You know I don't like penalties. Let them play the game. They're all grown men out there. Let them play the game. That's the way I look at it. That's me. So.
And if you're Nick Mitchell's bunch, you got to be fortunate with the turnovers in the first half to be up 20-0. There's a part of you, however, feels that you should have been up by a lot more. There are a lot of missed opportunities in this first half that the Rustlers were unable to take advantage of.
A lot of coachable situations there. The film study. So.
Teach me moments, right?
Yeah.
Teaching moments.
Coachable, teachable, same basic thing, yep.
Well, we'll step aside. Halftime here at Golden West Field. Rustlers 20, Chaffey nothing. Coming up at the half, we'll talk to Rustler quarterback Bo Kalbacher. Catch up with the talented gunslinger from Texas as you're watching Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Halftime here at Golden West College is welcome back inside Golden West Field. Rustlers on top of Chaffey 20-0. Rahshaun Haylock here. And we're pleased to be joined here at the half by Rustler quarterback Bo Kalbacher. Did I say that right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely, Rahshaun. Absolutely.
Thanks so much for coming up here and
Glad
joining
to be here.
us. First of all, I, just like everybody else who was stopping you, shaking hands, kissing a lot of babies on the way up here to the booth. let the fans at home know how you're doing.
I'm doing really well. Got surgery last week. Hopefully about the 8 to 10 week recovery time, and then next season get right back at things. That's what I'm hoping. So on the road to recovery.
It was your non-throwing arm, thankfully.
Yes.
How immediately on the field did you knew something had to be wrong, right?
And yes, as soon as I got hit, I felt it, and I looked down and I was like, well, my left arm shouldn't look like that, and it felt weird, it felt wrong, and then from there on, rolled over and then kind of went fuzzy.
Yeah, up here we couldn't see. But one thing that I did notice was you were not moving that left arm at all. Like you took your helmet, everything was
everything.
right-handed.
That's exactly correct. I felt it and I was like, yeah, all right, I got to get out of this helmet because I'm dying. But this left arm, we're gonna leave where it is.
Now, people may or may not know you're from Texas.
Yes.
Your folks, they're back. They were back in Texas when this happened. I
yes,
imagine.
folks
we were
were
talking a little bit earlier that they were kind of watching the stream. They saw what happened. What was that phone call like when you called back home?
Oh, it was tough. I got my mom, and she was a mom when I got on the phone with her. It was tough. It was tears, but great to have her. She was out here the next day to help me out, so really appreciative of them.
Nice. So, Bo Kalbacher joining us here at the half. 6'4", 215 pounds, sophomore gunslinger, came here to Golden West from West Texas A&M. Played his high school football in Austin, Texas. Now, we think we have really good football out here on the high school level in California. All everybody talks about is Texas high school football. I mean, we read things in the papers, how stadium, $1 million
fields, yes.
Built. What's Texas high school football like to an outsider?
Texas high school football is you're playing small college ball out of middle school. It's a different experience. You're looking up in the stands and you're like, there's 10,000 people here to watch a high school football game.
Incredible.
And you're looking at a kid and you look over and you're like, all right, there's no way he's 17. And but it is a lot of fun. It is high intensity. And I know you love your football here in California, but I got to say, I think nothing beats Texas.
Nothing beats Texas. Spoken like a true Texan.
Have to, yes, sir.
I will stick up for California.
Oh, you got to, right?
I don't think we have the facilities that you guys have on the high school level, but I think we play some pretty good ball out here.
Oh, I can't short you there. You do. You do.
You had a prolific career, throwing for over 7,000 yards. 7,000 yards in your career as a high schooler. Take me back to those days. What was that like for you?
It was a lot of fun, and what it came down to, great. I got really lucky with an OC out of Oklahoma State. He had played there, and we ran a version of their offense. And our short pass game was our run game and intermediate, so we threw the ball 80% of the time, and as a quarterback, it's a dream. It's a dream, and it was a lot of fun, really fast-paced, and it was what we do here, and that's another thing that I really liked was, coming here was I got to see we're going to throw the ball.
Texas has been home to so many tremendous quarterbacks. Drew Brees, Matt Stafford come to mind, just the tremendous signal callers that have come from there. What is it about Texas and being a breeding ground for quarterbacks?
I think, you got to have a little chip on your shoulder because you talk, like you said, there's all these great quarterbacks, but then you're like, well, no one knows my name yet. So you're coming out, you're like, that's what you want to be, that's what you want to do, and it really drives you because of the greatness, because of what comes out of you, Texas. And I think it forces a lot of kids to mature and make them really good at the position. It's awesome.
Bo Kalbacher, Golden West Rustler quarterback, joining us here at the half on SportsNetUSA.net. What's it like from a media standpoint there in high school? I mean, is it really is like the show Friday Night Lights? Eric Taylor, it was almost like a little mini press conference after every practice. Is it that extreme? Or
so preseason, you get the reporters out and they come through camp, and then it's like once you hit playoffs, then yes, it's like that. You got reporters, you got the newspapers. In most games, you'll get a TV network and a newspaper too. So it's special. It's interesting. It's fun.
Incredible. And as far as road games, you guys have to travel far for a lot of games. And were you in a city where everything shut down? And
so being in Austin, everything didn't completely shut down.
Bigger city, Austin, right?
Exactly. But you go out to the just some of our road games. We're going 25 minutes out south of Austin, and you're playing in a stadium where the traffic lights are turned off because everyone's at the game.
Sick. Give me one of your fondest high school memories.
My fondest high school memory would be we're playing our rival from another South school, and there's 30 seconds left on the clock, and we're on our own 5. I hand the ball up the middle. It's first down. Hand the ball off. Looks like we're going to get stuffed. Our running back falls back and decides to pitch the ball one-handed back to me, to the bewilderment of me and everyone else. I catch it. No one has any idea I have the ball, and I'm able to run it in for the game-winning touchdown. That was something else.
Out. That is amazing. Bo Kalbacher here, joining us here at the half on SportsNetUSA.net. Rustlers leading Chaffey 20-0. Rahshaun Haylock here with you. Friday Night Lights love the show, obviously.
Yes.
Varsity Blues, probably one of my favorite movies ever. We talked Texas Town. I've always been so enamored just by all of that.
Yes.
So it's great to be able to talk to you about that and to see what it's like firsthand.
Glad I can be here.
Get that perspective from you. Looking at this Golden West team as we turn the page now, Joe Pyle, I'm not sure he thought he would be in this position, right? I mean, you got yourself, then there's Johnny as well.
Yes.
And then Adam, of course, he was going to redshirt, but I mean, both of you guys go down, and all of a sudden Joel's thrown in the mix.
Right.
How do you think he's handled it so far?
I think Joe has a beyond expectations in handling this. I think at first, like you said, he was probably like, wow, I'm in the game right off the bat. All right, we're going. And I think, he started settling, and I think, as you can see by today, the throws he's making, he's shown his maturity. He's shown he's played at a Division I school, and he's performing well, and I think he's done a great job, and I think he's being a great leader out there and performing very highly.
What about his legs?
Oh,
he can go.
His legs, and that's one thing I told him. I saw the big run against Riverside last week, and I'm like, Joe, you're moving, baby. That's awesome. You're doing it all. You're running, you're throwing, and it's great to have that dual threat back there, and I think he really epitomizes that. That's him.
What's your sense being around this team? I've been around this program for some years now, but I don't know that this team has had some good players, but I don't know that it's ever had the depth that it has, even at the quarterback position. I mean, I can go back just to last year, starting quarterback, Adam Vance goes down, had to go out to play Chaffey. Adam Carr gets thrown in there his very first game, but after Adam, there was, really nothing there. I mean, essentially, Joe was the fourth-string quarterback.
Right.
I mean, what's the sense of the just the depth and just the overall vibe of this team?
Well, I think what's awesome is in practice, I think Joe did a good job. More credit to Joe. I can't stop giving him enough. But he's made sure he stayed in it mentally. And what that not only does for him is it also all the guys around him and around all the guys. You see someone go down, they're like, all right, I trust the second stringer. I trust the third stringer, who's now the first stringer. And they've built the trust through practice, through working, through showing up every day, not saying, oh, man, I'm a third stringer, I'm not going to play. Instead saying, I'm out here, I'm going to practice, and I'm going to get in this game. And when they do, it shows.
What about James Baldwin? Not your ordinary punter, huh?
So Baldwin, I remember the first punt in practice, we're out there kicking, just, working quarterbacks, maybe some pooch kicks, something quick. And we're kicking from the 50, and he puts it out the back of the end zone. And I'm here scratching my head, and I was going, this is a baseball player. He's not supposed to do that. So, and we're running, then later, we're running across the field to see who the fastest guy on the team is. It's James Baldwin. So it's something to have an athlete back there punter, and he showed it.
Yeah. I mean, guy stole over 50 bases one season in the minor league. So
yeah,
I mean,
he can move.
The speed is there, yeah. And the great thing about that, he just booms a punt, right? And he comes back in defensive end, and he's creating havoc in the backfield.
Athletic guy.
Bo Kalbacher joining us here at the half on SportsNetUSA.net. Over the summer, this has kind of become a hotbed for a lot of NFL guys. A bunch of pro quarterbacks will come through. Matt Ryan, Jared Goff. Have you ever been around to see any of those guys? Or?
Yeah, it's been great actually. I've been able to work out before them on the field with those same guys, and then after them. And so I've met Matt Ryan, who great guy. Blake Bortles, and Cody Kessler's out here a ton. Same with I'm blank. Jared Goff, and they're great guys. They're awesome to be around. And two of the best guys I've met are Deshaun Watson and JT Barrett. Out here worked out, got to help snap for them in their workout. And they're just normal guys, who just happen to be really good at what they do.
That's awesome.
Great to learn from.
That's awesome. Bo Kalbacher joining us here at the half. Came from West Texas A&M. You brought Braylon Mouton out here with you. Give us something about Mouton.
So Mouton I remember he was on my official visit to West Texas A&M, and I'm looking at him like, I want to throw to this guy. And in practice in West Texas, you know, he's making the jump balls, he's catching everything, and they wanted him to play, but it ended up, I think he ended up redshirting just because we had so many wide receivers at West Texas. And when he texted me, he's like, hey man, you know, what's the deal? I said, you know what the deal is? I'd love for you to come play with me. And he gets out here. He's got some great ups, great hands, good receiver, and I think he understands the offense well. And I think as he comes into it even more and more, since he missed the whole summer, I think he'll really be a standout guy for us.
He's so long.
Oh,
too.
he is. Oh, he is.
Bo Callbacher joining us here at the half. Bo, thanks so much for
Absolutely.
your time.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you nothing but the best in your recovery. Anytime you want to come up and rap with us, if you want to put your analyst hat on at any point, the booth is always open to you, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Say hello to your folks, everybody back in Texas for us as well.
I will.
Texas forever, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Bo Callbacher joining us here at the half. We'll step aside. When we come back, we'll break down halftime stats and analysis as you're watching Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Welcome back to Golden West Field. Second half just about to get underway here. Rustlers, if you remember, they won the coin toss and elected to defer, so they will receive this second half kick, and it's a pooch kick. It's short. It's going to be a fair catch called for and made at the 34-yard line. Showing some hands there that time was Tykeem Murdoch, one of the up men for the Rustlers. Go over some first half stats for you. 9 first downs for the Rustlers, 5 for the Panthers. Rustlers 193 yards of total offense. Chaffey just 72. Chaffey with 4 turnovers in that first half. 3 interceptions and a lost fumble. Rustlers, for their effort, 1 interception and 2 lost fumbles for 3 turnovers. So a grand total of 7 turnovers combined by both of these teams. Rahshaun, Haylock, Andrew King here with you. Special thanks to Bo Callbacher for joining us at the half, and our first play is going to be negated because of a penalty. It's going to be a false start against the Rustlers. While we have a moment, let's remind you, Golden West Rustler football on SportsNetUSA.net is brought to you in part by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Go to their website for today's deals on used car, including Toyota certified pre-owned vehicles, on the web at MillerToyotaofAnaheim.com. Located at the 91 and Euclid, Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and education. Pyle there running for his life, had to throw that one away. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15. Rahshaun Haylock here, Andrew King, Van Vu providing the visuals. Ed Ford making this motor hum, baby. Joe Pyle, Rustler quarterback, steps up, looks over the middle. Xavier Smith again. Boy, I tell you, 16 and 4 are finding a little bit of magic here today, Andrew King.
Yeah, a little slant route.
Xavier Smith with 2 touchdowns in that first half. That reception there, number 5 for him in this game, as he's having a breakout performance here. Pyle, play fake, looking, Deese, and they got crossed up there. Second down and 10, Rustlers from their own 45-yard line. What do you think about Joe Pyle? Bo Callbacher spoke highly of him at the half. What are your thoughts of him?
I think he, for being the fourth quarterback on the depth chart, I think he's done pretty good.
Play fake, Pyle looking near side, looking for Deese, and it's got to be a flag there. Yeah, 4 of them come out as Deese was held around the waist by the cornerback Aaron Lewis out of Rancho Cucamonga. Let's see what the call is here.
A lot of laundry to pick up. Figure out they're all on the same page on what they want to call here. Offsetting penalties. It was offsetting penalties. All I could see was offsetting penalties. So basically replayed it down.
So we'll do it again. 14:09 left in this third quarter. Ball at the Rustler 45. Pyle, rolling, throwing, incomplete for White. That's a ball Sheldon White will tell you he may have been able to catch, but that was a tough one. Made a great effort.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Looked like he was trying to one-handed. It was a good effort, but he looked like he was trying to one-hand it for some reason. I don't know if the defensive back had his hand or something, but
I feel like this offense has to get him going.
yes.
He was so beneficial for them last year. Smith again, reception number 6, another broken tackle, and another first down for number 4. This one goes for 13 inside of Chaffey territory. Down at the 42-yard line, Xavier Smith, what a game is he having.
Yeah, a jailbreak wide receiver screen to the right there on that play for a nice gain for Smith.
I mean, 4 is getting loose today. Tavai off the right side. There goes Rhino across the 30. Inside the 20-yard line. He's taken down just shy of the 15.
You loosen up that, see, on the pass game, you pass, you get in the back off a little bit and you can run the ball like that. Nice, basically sweep to the right. From a shotgun formation.
Tavai one more time. This time off of right guard. He gets it down to the 10-yard line. A pick up a 5 there. And there's a Chaffey player shaking up. And that's going to be the linebacker, Jaden Fletcher. He's having himself quite a game today. It's been 2 and 22, making a lot of noise for this Chaffey defense. Fletcher, the linebacker, Kendall Jordan, we've called his name a ton. Number 22 with his hand on his hip there, taking a knee on the left side of that defensive line. Here's Pyle. Oh, it's a low snap. It dribbles. Pyle picks it up. Got to throw it away, and he does. Pressure there that time by Jordan, but just a bad snap there by Kuma.
Yeah, well, good heads up. Pyle could have jumped on it and lost the yards, but he decided to scoop it up and try to throw it out of bounds and not get intentional grounding. He succeeded in that, so it was a bad play. It could have went worse. Could have got worse or a lot worse, and it just was just a state of bad play.
Valdez checks in there at a tailback. Third down for Pyle. Pumps, throws, end zone, caught, touchdown, Rustlers. Sheldon White, we were just talking about how he has to get going. And White, right up the seam there, partner. And for Pyle, touchdown throw number 3 today. Rustlers up 26-0 with the extra point to come. Rodriguez, PAT is good. Rustlers 27, Chaffey nothing. 12:31 left in this third quarter as you're listening and watching Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock alongside my partner Andrew King. And Andrew, we were talking about number 7. He was so good for this team last year, Sheldon White. And Powell was able to find him there for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was some kind of dig route or inside breaking route, and he found him. Second effort, found him. Powell found him over the middle and touchdown, and here we are. Voila, 27-0.
There's this breeze starting to pick up here in Huntington Beach. Surf City, USA. Over the shoulder catch there made by Morris. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Stutter steps at the 15, loses his shoe. And he's going to be down there. Some extracurricular activity after the play. There's Kevin McAsee there for Chaffey getting mixed up with one of the Rustler special teamers.
Now, I can
It
understand.
looked like he had him in a headlock. Officials didn't see it there. He certainly had him in a headlock.
It's almost like
And he got up and he put both arms up in the air as if to say, I didn't do anything. Normally,
Wow.
you got both hands in the air, that means you did something, right?
It's only cheating if you get caught, right? In the world of professional wrestling, it's only cheating if you get caught. So,
It's only cheating if you get caught.
well, we're not watching professional wrestling.
If you ain't cheating, you
Fortunately.
ain't trying, right? That's what they say.
I guess.
They throw it out in the flat. Pass is going to be caught out there by Diallo.
Tripped up by his own player, own teammate.
It's going to be a loss there. Loss of about 3 on the play. Make it 2. They mark him down at the 13. So loss of 2 there. Second down and 12. Velarde's pass thrown out there to Whitmer. I think we have a new quarterback. We do have a new quarterback. And it's Sean Bowden in there at quarterback for Chaffey. Bowden listed as a wide receiver on the roster, 6'2", 190 out of Corona, Roosevelt. Throws it far side, pass thrown high but snagged in there by the wide receiver, Zach Fields. It's going to be shy of the first down, however. JT Thomas there on the coverage, making the stop. And Chaffey going to be forced to punt.
Yeah, they're just telling the quarterback, get the ball, quickest release on the team that has an arm, and just throw it to a spot, and hopefully the receiver's there, get that spot, and make that catch.
Velarde giving some instructions to Bowden on the sideline here. But not sure if his day is going to be done or not. This one, a high spiral kick. Johnson going to have some room to field this. Takes it at the 35, but he's going to be tripped up. Nice job there by Chaffey to limit the return there. Credit Michael Okonkwo on the special teams there for Chaffey. As we're nearing 10.5 to play here in this third quarter. What else would you like to see from this Rustler offense today, Andrew? They're up 27-0. They've overcome some turnovers. Kyle has been effective in the throwing game.
Coach Mitchell's going to say, grind the clock, grind the clock. I'm going to say, throw the ball deep, take some chances. I'm not saying be reckless with the ball, but
He told me this week, run the ball, move the sticks. That's kind of opposite of what you're saying right now.
no. I said if I'm Coach Mitchell, I'm going to say work on the run game. But I'm saying throw the ball a little bit.
Valdez stuffed in the backfield.
I'm not saying this. I'm not proclaiming this to be the case, Rahshaun, but sometimes even teams get a big lead, they kind of let down. There's no gear up for them. There's no amp up. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're winning. So I want the game to be over with. It's going to get kind of bored, actually, believe it or not. So,
Darian Washington there on the stop. Loss of 1.
I'm not saying that's necessarily the case, but
2nd and 11. Pyle looking near side, thrown. Sheldon White makes the catch, tries to find some real estate, ends up just running east and west, but close to a first down marker as he picks up 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
please don't.
White caught the ball, and he had so much room around him, he didn't know where to go with it.
Please don't run the ball here. Please pass the ball here.
On 3rd and 1,
Yes.
you want to pass?
Yes.
Let's see if Coach Ship agrees with you.
They're blitzing. They're going to blitz. That's why you pass the ball in the blitz. You don't run into the blitz.
Tavai moves from the left to the right of Pyle. High snap, they give it to Tavai, and Tavai is going to be hit right at the line of scrimmage. Andrew King not happy right now about the play call. Eric Garcia there making the stop. You wanted a pass. They ran it. I expected run, and apparently so did Chaffey as well.
But they put 2 linebackers in each A gap. So, and then you run in the A gap? Really? Okay. I'm not an offensive coordinator, but I was telling you what's happening just before it happened.
Here comes the athletic one. James Baldwin the third. Oh my goodness, what a kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 7. That was a line drive.
Pretty good spiral on it too. I don't know how they do that. Kick the ball and make the ball spin that good, almost like a pass. I don't know. That's amazing to me.
That was like a bullet of 50-plus yards on a line.
If you didn't know it come off someone's foot, you think it was someone's passing the ball, waiting for a receiver to catch the ball on the other side of it, right?
That is one of the more impressive punts I've ever seen. That's almost like
a pass.
Or like a right fielder on a line to third base.
Yep. Unassisted for the out.
Wow. You see why they say he has an NFL leg. As long as he continues to, if he continues to be consistent.
Yeah.
You can't coach that.
No, a little more.
I mean, that is a weapon.
Yeah. Oh, they're going tempo here. Panthers are going tempo. Tempo.
2nd down for Bowden. Looking fade. Jump ball. Fields comes down with it against J.T. Thomas. Flag comes in, but Fields makes the catch at the 35-yard line.
Might be. Oh, they're going to call defensive pass interference. Not going to really matter, I guess.
So a pickup of 20 there. 1st down for the Panthers as they go tempo. Penalty going to be declined there after the long game. Bowden, 2 backs. Running game is strung out there as Leaper can't find much real estate.
When the Panthers had any success, they were passing the ball quick passes, but the problem is this overall team speed for the Rustlers is so good that you might catch the ball, but you're not going to get more than 3-4 yards, if that.
2-yard pickup for Leaper, 2nd and 8. Chaffey's own 37-yard line. They stay on the ground, and in the backfield, the stop is made there by Don Anderson.
Yeah.
3rd and 10 now as they lose 2. Takes them back to the original line of scrimmage.
We might see Coach Mitchell put the third strings in later in the 4th quarter. Blitz.
Bowden, pressure coming in his face. He rolls out, throws it, incomplete. He threw it just in the overall vicinity of the receiver, Malik Shepard, but really just trying to get that one away, and it brings up a 4th down.
Now, I don't know if it's, well, I guess I do know to an extent. Defense is playing very good, right? But then you got to look at the opponent they're playing. they're not exactly, you know, world beaters on offense, but still, they're lining up, they're playing football against them, so you have to like the way the defense, Coach Mitchell has to love the way his defense is playing today.
Pressure coming right up the middle, nearly blocked. This one a high squibbly kick. Rustlers got to get away from it. They do, and it rolls inside the 35, going to be down at the Rustler 32-yard line. Fans, let us remind you, Golden West Rustler football on SportsNetUSA.net is brought to you in part by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Go to their website for today's specials on used cars, including Toyota certified pre-owned vehicles. On the web at MillerToyotaofAnaheim.com, located at the 91 and Euclid. Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and education. .640 to play, third quarter. Pyle in the Rustler offense will take over, first down and 10. Pass thrown out in the flat near side. There's a big time collision down there at the 35-yard line. It's going to be Melvin Kahuna Nui, sophomore out of Kaiser High School in Honolulu. His twin Trevin was a member of this team the last couple of years. Melvin did not play last season, but he's back in there this year. Began on the defensive side of the ball, now playing some offense. After the pickup of 4, 2nd and 6, and there goes Rhino off that right side again and up near the 45-yard line, and a first down for the Rustlers.
Could have been a face mask on that play. Did you see that? They didn't call it, huh? It's a nice run play in the B gap between the right guard and right tackle for a good gain. You know, they're running the zone blocking scheme. So it's not running power so much anymore where the right guard or left guard will pull. They're running more of this zone blocking scheme up front.
First and 10 from the 44. Pyle looking near side for Smith. Pass caught, and Smith picked up and dropped. Pickup of 4. All fired up to make that play is the cornerback Jordan Peavy. I'm sure he probably did that for his entire defense, as many fits as Smith has been giving them all day.
He tried to spike him in the ground, lift him up, and actually
Maybe
power drive him.
A little extra added to that. I'm sure Peavy's got to be a little peeved that Smith got up. Here's Tavai. And a flag comes in after the play. Going to be a holding called against the Rustlers. We also got a Chaffey defender that is down on the turf near midfield. Looks like they're going to give McCann for a hold.
Someone on the ground now.
McCann, the 6'6" sophomore out of Esperanza. He's having himself a day. The offensive lineman, of course, they don't want to hear their name called, but McCann's had his number called a couple times today, but he's also been pretty animated. Chaffey defenders doing something to agitate the sophomore a little bit. Seen him in the face of some guys earlier on. He's a little more animated than we've seen him before in the past. But you like it, though, a little bit. You want your offensive lineman to be a little nasty.
Oh, they have to be more than a little bit. They got to be nasty up there. I mean, you're basically banging against someone every single play you're on the field. I mean, you can't be a nice guy and play that game.
That's Keelan Ferdinand. The injured Panther walks off under his own strength. Ball at the 38-yard line. Pyle looking for Smith. Smith with some room. Across midfield, Xavier Smith tackled from behind. A first down and more inside of Chaffey territory.
Nice little middle screen to the receiver, Smith, right up the middle for a nice, very nice gain. Caught from behind there on the replay.
Pickup of 20 there for Smith. His 7th catch of the afternoon. As we approach 4.5 to play here. They go to the ground. Tavai with some running room. Tavai gets to the sticks and out of bounds.
Yeah, see the Rustlers getting a little, getting some rhythm going on.
He's marked out at the 32, and it'll be another first down for the Rustlers. Pyle and this Golden West offense trying to add more points to this 27-0 lead. Third quarter action here from Golden West Field. Pyle tried to run with it, tried to make a U-turn, but he got caught. Daminani Zinwa, freshman out of Illinois there, to make the stop. Pyle saw a hole there, but it closed quickly. Very quickly. 3:28 left here, third quarter. Pyle with 4 receivers. Ratcliffe, the lone receiver, to the bottom of the screen. They go quickly to the far side. White catches, turns upfield. Sheldon White dancing with it at the 30-yard line as a flag comes in from the secondary. And look out, some Chaffey players need to be separated there.
Holding Rustlers. Wide receiver screen. One of his blockers get out there holding his block a little too long.
So this one will go back to the 39-yard line of the Rustlers. Or of Chaffey, pardon me. .307 left, third quarter. Pyle. On the run, throwing, pass, caught by Ratcliffe. He's hit immediately at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, Pyle rolls out to his left. Throws the ball against his body. First down, Rustlers.
Pickup of 11 there, but it's going to bring up a third down.
Pardon me. Would have been a first down without a penalty.
And about 7. Under 2.5 to play, third quarter. They send White in motion. They hand it off to Vi. Rhino makes a man miss. And Rhino out of bounds inside the 20. Out of bounds at the 18-yard line. A pickup of 10 there and another Rustler first down. It just seems like he just gets stronger as the game goes along.
A lot of running backs are that way, where you get stronger as the game. Feed me the ball, feed me more.
And especially a back with his running style. Not the fastest guy, but he's going to punish you every time he touches the ball.
Just because he has the ball doesn't mean he can't dish out punishment.
First and 10, Rustlers from the Chaffey 18. Tavai one more time, this time off the right side. And you can see that Pyle just moving with number 22 in the middle of it. Gets it all the way ahead to the 11-yard line. So it looked like should have been a carry of maybe 2 or 3. Ends up going for about 7 there. As Tavai starting to wear down this Chaffey defense. He'll step off and enter the speed back Tavon Valdez. Pyle working out of the pistol on second down. Valdez on the stretch play, right side, and that defensive line unforgiving that time. Garcia was in there to lead the charge.
Panthers are playing a little bend but don't break defense here. A little too late in the game, but trying to do that now.
Brian Wilcott's also in there on the stop.
Just hoping that Smith or
Third quarter winding down here in Huntington Beach. Third down for Pyle. Pressure coming, and he's sacked. Ball's out.
Ball's out. Fumble.
Sack fumble recovered by Chaffey. Garcia with the sack. And coming up out of the bottom of the pile with the football is the linebacker Hill. Another turnover for these Rustlers. Their fourth of the game. First of this half, however. But once again, it comes deep inside Chaffey territory, Andrew.
Yeah, if you're going to fumble the ball, you want to be basically in your own other team's red zone, basically. So make them go more than 80 yards for a touchdown to get back. Hopefully, start getting back in this game, being down 27-0. There's no instant replay at this level of college football, so. Oh, penalty.
So too many men in the huddle for Chaffey. 5-yard penalty. So before this drive can even start, they get pushed back.
That's one way
to their own 10. So first and 15.
Sorry, that's one way you know. I'd rather have 12 men against 11.
And there's going to be some movement up front. Rustlers were showing a heavy blitz on that right side, causing the left side of the offensive line to move. Let's see what they call here. It's going to be a false start. So another 5-yard loss for Chaffey. First down and 20 now from their own 5. And the quarterback, Sean Bowden, the backup, quickly delivers it out to the near side. Pass going to be caught there by Arrington, the freshman out of Rancho Cucamonga. Pickup of 6 there. Second and 14 for Chaffey. And it looks like that's going to be the last play of the quarter. So after 3, it's Golden West 27, Chaffey nothing. As you're watching Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Rahshaun Haylock here with you alongside my partner Andrew King. Ed Ford manning the controls here. As the leader of our SportsNetUSA.net crew, Van Vu, providing all the visuals for you. As this one has been dominated by the Rustlers, at least on the scoreboard. Turnovers are a lot more evenly matched.
If you're a member of U.S. military with current active duty status or reservist, you may qualify for a $500 rebate towards purchase or lease of a new Toyota at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Retirees or veterans honorably discharged within 1 year of service, and household members of eligible qualifying military personnel also qualify. More details at millertoyotaofanaheim.com, located at 91 in Euclid. Miller Toyota of Anaheim supports high school sports, community college sports, and most importantly, education.
Fourth quarter about to get underway here as they flip fields. Chaffey going to be working from right to left here in this fourth quarter. Low snap for Bowden. Looking on a corner route, and this one nearly picked off. Desmond Posse was there as Arrington, the wide receiver, had to play DB there to tip the ball away from Posse. Nice coverage there by the Rustler safety. Posse getting some work as a long snapper today.
Wrap it here. Oh, time.
It looked like it was going to be an offside on Damon Roberts, but it was a timeout called there. 14:54 left in this game.
So what's coming up at 6 o'clock tonight, Rahshaun?
Tonight, Fullerton College travels out to take on the COC College of the Canyon. 6 p.m. kickoff. Make sure you join our colleagues Mark Palovich, Corey Nayland. They'll have the call for you. It's a Canyons team that features star wideout, former USC commit Deshaun Holmes. Holmes with a big game last week for COC. So make sure you hear all the action. We're done here. As my partner Andrew King mentioned earlier, maybe go grab something to eat, take a nap, check back in at 6 p.m. as we'll have Fullerton College football for you right here on SportsNetUSA.net. Bowden, we try a little slip screen and some room to run here this time. Bowden making his first catch of the game. And he comes extremely close to that first down marker. But he's going to be just shy. And it's going to bring a 4th down and about a yard. So back comes Johnson. See if he can break one here. Icing on the cake of this one. Low snap. Directional kick. Johnson not going to have a chance. Everybody gets away from it, and it's just going to be down there at the 40-yard line. 13:57 left here, 4th quarter. Last drive halted because of a turnover. Type of game like this got to be a coach's best friend, right? A game in which you win. Well, if they're able to hold on to win this one. I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves here.
I don't see Josh Rosen or Frank Wright out there playing quarterback for the Panthers, so I think we're kind of safe. I just got to say that. Okay?
You never know.
Okay.
We've seen stranger things occur. But also, you got a lot of mistakes that you can correct in the film room and not on the practice field. High snap. Tavai bounces off one defender and is able to get a little bit closer to that original line of scrimmage, but still taken down for a loss.
Hit hard, too.
Yeah, it was. Rustlers will be back in action next Saturday at Cerritos College. 7 p.m. kickoff for you. That'll be an audio-only game. We'll have it for you right here on SportsNetUSA.net. There's Xavier once again. This time not nearly enough room. They tried that slip screen. And he might have got a couple there. Take him down to the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 11. Rustlers got to get to midfield for a 1st down. Pile.
Ooh.
You heard that thump up here.
Yep.
Of course, it had to be Rhino Tavai. Well shy of the 1st down, however, and enter James Baldwin the 3rd. We called on to punt this one away.
Will he punt it?
I think he punched this one. Up 27
Yeah,
in the fourth.
yeah. You don't want to throw salt in the wound.
Unless
there's a bad snap or
it's
something.
a bad snap. Desmond Posse, the long snapper. They're working out a couple of guys. This one's going to be shanked by Baldwin. And let's see where they mark it out at. Wow. Generous spot for Chaffey. They mark it out at the 40. So not a great punt at all. Just 21 net yards on that one for Baldwin. That's kind of what they were talking about in terms of consistency. It's got to be a little bit more consistent. But certainly the leg talent is there. First down for Chaffey. Oh, nearly picked off. Malik Brown had an incredible read on that one, but had to make a long run to get to it. Diving effort, just short.
That's why he plays defense, right? Only kidding, only kidding.
Second down and 10, Chaffey from their own 40. Bowden going to step up and tuck it away. Slides across the 45 and down at the 46.
I don't know what you call that. Is a slide, a dive, or just kind of going
yeah,
sideways?
kind of an in between. Right?
Yeah.
Pickup of 6, 3rd and 4 for Bowden and this Chaffey offense. Quick pass to the outside. Oh, nearly picked off on that far side. Justin Ford this time. Nearly took it away. Man, did he have a read on that one. Falls incomplete, however, and brings up 4th down, and Rustlers probably going to have their worst field position of the game.
Now that you say that, they'll probably run all the way back now, right? I know you're hoping that in a way, so.
If Chaffey's able to get this punt away, likely going to be the worst field position to start of this game for G-Dub. Pressure coming right up the middle.
Oh.
And I may have spoke too soon. This one shanked out.
Man.
Mark it out at the 33-yard line. Anything you can shank, I can shank better. I can shank anything better than you. No, you can't. Incredible.
And you said you don't sing.
I don't.
Maybe in church on Sundays. Other than that, probably not.
Maybe.
Maybe in church you'd mouth the words. Someone else could sing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we won't go there.
I can nod my head and mouth the words. That is for sure. Tavon Valdez has a meeting with Garcia in the backfield. Going to be a loss. Eric Garcia, freshman from Cajonas, looked good for Rob Hadaway's Chaffey bunch.
So, so could Britney Spears, but that's about as far as the two comparisons go between you and her. Okay, so.
This is true.
You opened yourself up for that one.
This is true. Not much in common with me and Brittany. Low snap. Pile evades one man, tries to evade another, finds a man wide open, and the catch is made at the 30. And that was Mouton.
Guy like what Pyle's effort, still playing the game, still looking to make some throws here.
Yeah, I mean, you need these reps, right?
Yep, absolutely. You hate to say it's like a scrimmage, but basically it is, because look at the score.
And Powell can't look behind him for relief. He's the last guy.
Yep.
Adam Carr, the emergency quarterback, in case you're wondering. But the plan is for him to redshirt Xavier Smith. Oh, he hit the circle button. He hit circle on him again at the 45-yard line and get to the head across midfield to the 49. Actually, they mark him down right at midfield. But what about the game this young man is having today? I mean, he is elusive when he gets the ball in his hands. Pyle, the bounce back from Nevada Reno. Was a walk-on there. Nevada native. On a stretch play. They go to the ground once more on first down and unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's Darren Sandoval checking in, getting his first carry of the game. As we approach 9.5 to play here at Golden West Field. Weird game. Rustlers leading it on the scoreboard 27-0, but the turnover battle even. 4 apiece.
I think Coach Mitchell is serving some humble pie in the film room this week.
Oh, yeah. A nice big old slice of it. Sandoval gets the carry again. And this time he's able to get positive yardage to the 48. 3rd and 8. Deese will trot off as Foley is in at wide receiver.
We've been calling games long enough. You already know what I'm going to ask for. They don't do it very often anymore, but a draw or screen worked pretty good. Hey, they're actually huddling almost. Can you believe it? Half huddle. There's 2 guys to our far side. But still.
Are they just too cool for school? What are those guys doing? Or is that just automatically telling Chaffey it's going to be a run?
Well,
automatically telling Chaffey
the proof's in the pudding, right?
It's going to be a run.
Well,
it's strung out.
Look who
Sandoval gets taken down for a loss. Actually going to lose about 5 there. They're back inside Rustler territory.
Their head coach serves defensive coordinator. What do you think they're going to do? Up 27-0 with less than 9 minutes left in regulation.
It's almost like Deion Sanders back in the day, right? He said, "I don't need to huddle. I know who I'm guarding."
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Although I don't think those guys knew who they were blocking there that time.
Gotta get 12 men on the field.
That one got taken for a loss. Baldwin, let's see if he can put a boot to this one. Wow.
Oh, wow.
High spiral kick. Fair catch called for and made by Arrington at the 15-yard line. Freeway League football returns to sportsnetusa.net coming up this Friday night at 7 p.m. We'll have an audio-only broadcast for you as Fullerton will take on Golden Valley. Freeway League football right here for you on sportsnetusa.net. Baldwin will stay in there at the defensive end. Bowden will throw it in the flat. Pass is caught, but tripping is the tailback King in the backfield. He falls at the 12-yard line. Loss of 3 there.
Can't blame the Panthers for lacking enthusiasm, being down 27-0.
They give it to King once again. Chaffey continuing to move backwards. .640 left in this one. Nice catch there. And close to a first down. Oh, it's Carradine there, but he's going to be shy of the first down, by about 3 yards shy.
I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not. There's 6 minutes left. You're getting your butt handed to you 27-0. I mean, maybe not down this far deep, but why aren't you going for 4th downs a little, earlier in the game? they're not even doing it now, but I understand by field position right now, but when they weren't this far back and they're still not going for fourth downs, I don't understand it.
Whoa, what a kick. Johnson tries to catch it over his head, fumbles it, picks it up, and it's not going to do much for the good old punt return average.
It wasn't pretty.
At all. Negative yardage there. He gets it inside the 15 and down at the 10. That's where the Rustlers will take over to be their worst field position of the season. This is a Chaffey football team partner that is playing with heavy heart this season. I don't know if many of you out there were listening to this game last year. We talked about Ryan Kistner, a Chaffey football player who was diagnosed with cancer. His brother Bradley Kistner was on the team last season. They had a bunch of fundraisers set up out in the community, and it was a big effort to rally around him. Teammates rallied around him. They were in the hospital all the time, just trying to support Ryan. In the offseason, he ended up losing that battle with cancer. And Panthers don't have him now, but they will memorialize him with some decals on their helmets. And for head coach Rob Hadaway, it hit him especially hard, considering not only was it one of his players, but Ryan's father, Robert, who's a football coach as well, is actually good friends with Rob. So family's close. And so it hit everybody hard. I had an opportunity to talk to Coach about that before the game today. And Ryan passed earlier this season, but still when he talks about it, justifiably so, still gets a little bit shaken up. And I remember us talking about it at the game at Chaffey last year, partner. Cancer is just one of those things, man, where even if we don't know, even if we all have been affected by it in one way or another, maybe not personally, but maybe we know someone or we know someone who knows someone. And so obviously that's something this Chaffey football team is going to have to deal with this season and in the seasons to come.
Yeah, my dad had prostate cancer, and he's been, I mean, he no longer, they say he no longer has it, and I just lost my uncle to bone and blood cancer, basically. So yeah, that's the first time that cancer's personally affected me, and yeah, it's terrible, and there's no words to describe how much it just makes you hollow inside.
Yeah. I think that's a very good descriptive word for it. Makes you hollow inside. Went through it during the off season myself with grandmother-in-law, I guess you would say, but it's definitely tough. But the Chaffey football program continues to rally around the Kistners. Bradley, who was a member of the Chaffey football team last season, is now playing at Tabor College. So he's continuing his football career, and of course you got to imagine he's going out there playing for his brother each and every Saturday. Third down and long here for the Rustlers. They go on the ground to Vi once again. Here's Rhino. Looked like he wanted to get airborne again. He gets inside the 15 and down at the 17. Going to be shy of the first down marker, however. And the punting unit will return. Of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Kistner family and, of course, Chaffey football program as well. Arrington will go back to receive the punt off of the leg of James Baldwin III. His father, James Baldwin, was a pitcher in the big leagues for over 10 years. And Baldwin gets run into there. He gets the kickoff. And no flag on the play. Goes out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Rustlers. But interesting thing about Baldwin, he says his dad encouraged him not to pitch. He said, no, use your speed. Be a weapon for, or an asset rather, for the pitchers. play in the outfield, chase down some fly balls, take some hits away.
Yep.
And that's what he did. And speed was definitely a weapon. We mentioned earlier he stole over 50 bases one year in the minors, spent some time in the Dodgers minor league system. And miscommunication there between Bowden and Arrington. That ball thrown behind him.
Preliminary call seems it's against the offense. It's Panthers, Chaffey College. Is that holding?
Demonier Williams, the guilty party.
I think both coaches told referees, let's get out of here. I really do. I'm not trying to be flippant or nothing. I think so.
Nichols across the 45. Through week 3 now, essentially, I think we're still trying to figure out just how good this Rustler team is. Kind of mixed, shaky reviews. Of course, a lot happened in that win against Glendale. They lost 2 quarterbacks in that game as Leaper with the effort there on the run. Inside the 25, breaking tackles. And a huge play is Chaffey trying not to get shut out here in Huntington Beach.
I told you I like Leaper ever since their first drive, and that third down, they didn't make the third down, but he did everything he could. And I told you I like his effort then. Obviously I like his effort now.
He's listed as 5'9", 250. I don't think he's 250. But I don't think he's far from it either. He's a big kid out of Franklin, Ohio. Bowden looking fade. End zone. Caught. Zach Fields, touchdown for Chaffey. So Sean Bowden with the touchdown throw to Zach Fields. So that ends the shutout. Golden West 27, Chaffey 6, 1:53 left. And this one gonna be ran. And diving towards the end zone, not getting there, however, is Joe Muriel. He tried to get airborne there, but just didn't get high enough.
Nope. Well, you know.
So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Coach Hadaway.
So Rustlers 27, Chaffey 6.
Coach Hadaway and his team, that was Super Bowl, but that was
their Super Bowl.
Well, I don't want to say like that, but you know, that was their victory of the game, their moral victory,
yeah.
Right?
So how about these Rustlers? What do they take away from this one? We were just talking just now about how we still not sure what to make of this team. Of course, they handled a lot of adversity in week 1, and we were kind of talking, well, is that a depiction of how good Glendale is or how ineffective the Rustlers were that day? And then they go out to Riverside and they battle Riverside tough and arguably should have came away with the win if not for a controversial call against Xavier Smith. Nathan Percy was there, had the call for you. It was a touchdown pass. It was intercepted, but Smith was able to steal it away from the Tiger defender. And the official right there on the ball called touchdown. But there was another official some 15 yards away that stepped in and called for a huddle, and they ended up overturning it. Chaffey not even going to try an onside kick here. Just going to kick it deep. And this one going to be returned by Johnson. Dances a little bit, has a crease 30. Johnson at the 40 and runs out of bounds. And then they come today and they shut out Chaffey for 3+ quarters. And they put up 27, having their largest scoring output of the season. What do we make of this team?
Well, okay, so you got Chaffey here, not very good team, I guess you can say. And they play Glendale, okay, but who'd they really play? They played RCC. They're known for being really good, right? And normally the Rustlers go there and kind of take it in the mouth, you know what I mean? So we hardly ever even play them really that well. So the fact that they basically should have won the game, it wasn't for human error.
There he goes again.
Go ahead. I think that they're a team that's building that word momentum, okay, to being their identity, to gaining their identity right now. To me, this shows putting past turnovers. I know I'm going to, but I know Coach Mitch is not going to. By putting those aside, this team is showing that when it needs to pass, it can pass, and when it needs to run, it can run. And the defense, it's like almost lights out. I mean, pretty much. But then again, 20 points to RCC and those long runs for the quarterback. Those are busted plays, basically. Their defense, I think their defense is legit. The offense can catch up a little bit. I think this team's going to playoffs. Everything else, if they can stay relatively healthy here on out, I'm saying they have a very good chance the last 2-3 years to really make a run into the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs. Again, that defense can stay relatively healthy. They'll keep you in the game, any game against anyone, including FC. And I went to FC, so.
Tavai appears to be shaken up after that long game. That's going to be the last play the Rustlers are going to run. They get in the good old victory formation. Pyle will take a knee at the 40. And shouldn't have to take another one. That should be it.
That's it.
It'll be interesting. They have a Cerritos team next week that has had its struggles offensively. Rustlers hopefully found some sort of a groove here offensively this week. I know one thing they got to eliminate is the turnovers. Can't go into Falcon Stadium next week and turn the ball over like they did today and expect to be able to get away with it.
Falcon Stadium, that's our old stomping. That's where you and I started.
Yeah, buddy. So this one has gone final. Rustlers 27, Panthers 6. We'll step aside and wrap this one up when we come back. You're watching Rustler Football on SportsNetUSA.net. Welcome back to Golden West Field. Rustlers pick up a win here over Chaffey, kind of avenge that loss that they had against the Panthers last season. I think that loss kind of set the tone for the season last season when they went out there with the backup quarterback and took an L. Well, they kind of avenged that one here today with a 27-6 win against the Panthers and protect their home field. Rahshaun Haylock alongside Andrew King. 379 yards of total offense on 80 plays. Chaffey ran just 48 plays for 203 yards. Joe Pyle, they let him throw it. He threw it 37 times, completed 27 of them for 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. Amata Tavai, close to 100 yards. He had 91 on 21 carries. And Xavier Smith, the BMOC, big man on campus, 10 catches, 117 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As he certainly got it done today, Andrew.
I mean, I'm impressed. I mean, I know the turnovers, again, that was lackluster. It wasn't very good, but they kind of nipped them in the bud for the most part in the second half. And, I mean, they basically coasted to a win. You can't blame them for not going too hard because you don't want to get any more banged up than they already are. But, you know, hats off to the Panthers of Chaffey College. They got 6 points. They kept trying. They kept fighting. Next week's going to be, I think, a step in competition a little bit, playing the Falcons over in Cerritos Falcon Stadium. So I think Coach Mitchell has a heck of a defense. And again, like I'll say it one more time, if they can stay relatively healthy going the rest of the season, they can keep this team in any game, and I'm saying including against Fullerton College.
Not the prettiest game.
No.
8 total turnovers, 4 on each side. You mentioned they got to clean it up next week if they expect to come away with the win at Cerritos, no matter how much the Falcons have struggled so far this season. Not going to be easy going to their Falcon Stadium at night and come away with the win when you're turning the ball over like they did today. They get away with it today with a 27-6 win. Don't forget, coming up later tonight right here on our SportsNetUSA.net airwaves, it will be Fullerton College football as they take on College of the Canyons, a matchup of a couple of 2-0 teams. COC defeated OCC last week 30-14. Deshaun Holmes, 5 catches, 127 yards in the win, but this is a Fullerton College team averaging 61 points per game, so should be some fireworks. Coming up on Friday, we'll have Freeway League football for you. Fullerton taking on Golden Valley at 7 p.m., an audio-only broadcast. And next Saturday, as we mentioned, Golden West taking on Cerritos, who entered today 0-2 at 7 p.m. So that's going to do it for here from Golden West Field. A special thanks to our halftime guest, Bo Kalbacher. Also a special thanks to Rob Hadaway, the head coach at Chaffey College. And, of course, Nick Mitchell, as always, the head coach of the Golden West Rustlers. For my broadcast partner, Andrew King, Van Vu, and our operations manager, Ed Ford, I'm Rahshaun Haylock saying good afternoon from Huntington Beach. Rustlers win 27-6. You've been watching Golden West Rustler football right here on SportsNetUSA.net.